What's going on, everybody? It is your boy, Trey, since make sure we rolling. Yeah. So it's 2 a.m. All the videos are shot except for this one. Everything is edited except for this one. I'm not sure what order you're going to see these videos in. So I know I did a video called 7 Fragrances That the Modern Man would enjoy or would like or would wear. And what we're going to do now is 7 fragrances from my collection for us classic men, us older gentlemen, us guys in our late 30s, late to middle 40s like me. I'm 48. Damn, I almost said 47. I'm 48. I'll be 49 in December. And, you know, the guys in their 50s. So that's what I see as a classic man. You know, we straight to the point. You know, we dress the part. More importantly, we handle our business. We are the men that we are supposed to be. We just classic old school men, like a 88 IROC with the T-tops, which is one of my dream cars, and I'm gonna have one. But anyway, I already had one. I had an 87, but I want another one. Anyway, so y'all ready to get into this? But before we do, I do need one little thing from you. I need you to like this video. I need you to share this video. And by all means, I need you to sub to the channel. Your sub may be the one that puts us over that 5,000 mark. We're ever so close. So, this was a fun list to compose. And no further ado, let's get right into it. I got two of these I got recently. This one is from the house of one of my favorite houses, and one of my favorite things to say is, don't bore her, Dior her. And I got it from a Slim Thug song, which is one of my favorite Texas rappers. And I think the song is called Knock on My Door, or Knocking on My Door. And she said, don't bore her, Dior her, and she'll act right or something like that. But never mind. We gonna not bore her. We gonna Dior her, and she ain't gonna never leave. So when I first got this, I thought it was a vintage batch of Dior Homme. It is a vintage batch, and it is a Dior Homme, but it's not Dior Homme. It is Dior Homme Eau, or O, which is weird, but it is what it is. So this is a fresher, more citrus take on Dior Homme. Now, granted, shit, truth be told, I'm pleased. I don't care whether it's Dior Homme. All I know is the batch number checked out to be a 2014 batch. And I like it. I really, really like it. I think this is the type of fragrance that an older gentleman like us could wear. I could see one of us wearing this to a meeting that we've got to go to, whether it's a boardroom meeting, whether it's a supervisor's meeting, whether it's a company picnic. Because, you know, by the time we get to this stage in our life, a lot of us got boss status. A lot of us got boss status. You know, I could see this being worn just, you know, just somewhere, not maybe to a wedding, wherever. And the thing about it is, it smells really good. And the thing about it is you don't hear a lot of talk about O anymore. I know when it first came out, because I've watched several videos on it, people were clamoring about it and chiming about it, but it's since then been forgotten. But this is definitely the type of scent that I can see me, my boy Sam Broom, even JP, I could see JP wearing this. It's just a classic scent. Now, is it a barbershop scent? Is it a Fougere? No, it's not. It's a really well-made Dior fragrance with a kiss of citrus. And I mean just a kiss of citrus. It is very warm. It is very inviting. Just a little bit of iris in there. And just a little bit of a lipsticky vibe. But what you're going to get is more freshness than you are powder and lipstick. But nonetheless, it's a great fragrance, and I would definitely pour this out on an occasion where I thought I was clean and I had to dress up a little bit, maybe even put on some shoes. I could definitely see this being one. So from the house of Don't Bore Her, Dior Her, it is Dior Homme Eau. And that is a 2014 batch. This next one, man, just to me, just screams class. It screams smooth. It screams, you know, foreign, with the leather seats and the wood grain, maybe convertible, maybe the sunroof open. Or it screams really, really nice bike, really nice motorcycle. It is from the house of YSL. And it is YSL's L'Homme Intense. And I love this fragrance. And you see the dent in that bad boy. And I love the story behind this fragrance, man. These went on sale in October, either September or October of 2020. And it had been a brutal year with everybody dealing with the COVID. My wife at the time came home and decided she wanted a divorce. You know, so my world was flipped upside down. But as the G that I am, when that bad boy flip upside down, you take the flip, hit your feet, and keep on walking. And that's what I did. But I say that to say this. It was going around on Facebook in different groups that Ulta had these on sale for $29 and the 50 mil for like $22. I called my Ulta in Florence and they was like, no, we don't have any. I called Ulta in Tupelo, Mississippi, and they said, yes, we have two. And I said, can you hold them for me tomorrow? Because I can't get there tonight before you close. They said, yes, we'll hold them for you. Called Decatur. They had one. So I went and picked up 3 of these. And of course, you know, Cheapo got one and JP got the other. And then I kept one. But $29 for this fragrance is just, it's for any YSL fragrance. I think the new YSL myself is going for what, 180 for the parfum. So to pick a fragrance up of this caliber for $29, and that was after tax, in 100 mil, full presentation, in the cellophane, everything. I walked out of this store with my head held high. But what you have with this one, man, is a little bit of a leathery vibe. Not a little bit, a lot of a leathery vibe. But it just smells like luxurious leather. Doesn't smell like an old leather recliner or something. It smells like a very luxurious leather with just a kiss of citrus in there. To me, citrus done right just comes across extremely dressy, like tuxedo. I'm not saying this smells like tuxedo, but I'm just giving you that as a reference point. But from the house of YSL, it is L'Homme Intense. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. That's two. This next one is a little bit controversial. Some people love it. Some people hate it. Of course, you know your boy loves it. I think it's mature. I think it's rich. I think it's sophisticated. I think it's an easy to wear fragrance. I think it's a niche fragrance and definitely niche quality from the house of Lalique. It is Ancre Noir L'Extreme. And I like this fragrance, man. I know we go back and forth and some people don't think it's niche, and that's fine. That's fine. We can be men and just agree to disagree. Nobody's right. Nobody's wrong. I think by definition, this is definitely not designer because I've never seen a Lalique t-shirt. They may be out there. I haven't seen one. Dark, rich, resinous. Sexy. It looks like cognac or something that you would drink, and it just gives me that vibe. I could see if I were a cigarette smoker, a cigar smoker, I could definitely see me and my boy Vale, you know, because he likes cigars. I don't. I have virgin lungs. He likes cigars and stuff like that. I could see me and him chilling on the patio somewhere listening to some music and, you know, drinking a glass or two of cognac or bourbon or something, and him, you know, smoking on a stogie, I would just let it burn, because I don't know nothing about inhaling, none of that shit. But this is that type of scent. It's just a man's fragrance. You're not gonna find these little 21, 22-year-old boys reaching for this. If you got this in your collection, it's safe. Your kids are not gonna bother this. Your daughter's not gonna bother it. Your son's not gonna bother it. It's a man's scent. I don't know what else to tell you. You gotta be a man to wear this. And it smells like money. You know, I feel like when I wear this, I should be jumping out of a, I don't know, a Mercedes or something. It's just, it's that. It is him. It's just like that. And you get a little bit of a boozy accord, a little bit spicy. Again, just a kiss of something chocolatey. Just really, really good. Very earthy. Maybe that's patchouli in it that's giving it that earthy vibe, but it's very, very earthy. Nice little fragrance here from the house of Lalique, from the line of Ancre Noir, which is a line. It is L'Extreme. Your boy's getting a little sleepy, so yeah, bear with me. And we gonna hit them up again, because we not gonna bore her. We gonna Dior her, and we gonna Dior her with Dior Homme Parfum. And look at that juice. Isn't that beautiful? Fragrances like this make me love being in fragrance and doing what I do. This is a little bit irisy, a little bit clean, not quite as powdery or fresh. Again, it's a parfum, so you get what you get with this one. It is a little bit dark, a little bit resinous, a little bit deep. And I'm gonna spray that on right there. And again, it's just, that's money right there. Don't bore her. Dior her, for real. Oh, that's just nice, man. That's just, these two are similar though. If you have this one, you may not want to pick up this one. If you have this one, you may not want to pick up this one. But I have them both because I have a problem and I love fragrances. I think this one has a little bit more, well, I digress from that. This one has a little bit more citrus, a lot more citrus. This one, the iris and the powder is coming up, which the iris is the powder is the iris. The lipstick vibe in this one I like because it plays underneath. It's like it's not punching you in your face. What is just that little kiss of iris up top, but the lipstick vibe is running beneath it just enough to be in there. And it actually smells good. From the house of Don't Bore Her, Dior Her. It is Dior Homme Parfum. All right, guys, I got 3 more. As your boy is tired. This one is probably the cheapest one on this list. Well, no, that would be Lalique. And I haven't had this very long. I don't even think I've given it a full wearing, but I'm going to. And it came with, I bought this in a gift set. I sold the 1.3 and kept this 4.2, and it is from the house of Polo, and it is Polo Red Parfum. Now, I have Polo Red, I have Polo Red Parfum, I have Polo Red EDP, I have Polo Red Cologne, I have Polo Red Extreme. What am I missing? Red Rush, which I don't know if I'll ever get. I may if I catch it cheap. Red Rush Remix. Yeah, I think that's it. Did I say that right? Polo Red to EDT, check. Polo Red to EDP, check. Polo Red to P, check. Polo Red Extreme, check. Yeah, that's all of them. Polo Red Intense, I got that one too, check. So the only, yeah, I think the only ones I'm missing is Remix and Red Rush, but this is good. This is good. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Oh, man. I hadn't sprayed this on since I first got it. Oh, that's good. Oh, man. You get a little bit of freshness in the opening, very similar to the original Polo Red cologne, maybe. When I get back off of vacation, I'm going to have to do a Polo Red buyer's guide because I do have, again, all but 2. This one right here, to me, it just reminds me again of a man our age, a classic man, just knows what he wants, you know what I'm saying? And understands fragrances and how to use fragrances. I love the youth because, you know, I work around a lot of young people and they keep me young. So we trade. They keep me young and up on technology, and I give them wisdom and knowledge, and we just trade it out. So I feel like this is the type of fragrance that somebody, I guess like myself, that was right there on the edge would like, because you definitely get that sweetness like you do from Polo Red. I keep glancing right here because this is where my Polo fragrances are. Like from Polo Red Cologne and Polo Red, just the original Polo Red and Polo Red Cologne and Polo Red Parfum. I'm sorry, Polo Red, the EDP. This is the Parfum. You get that sweetness like you get from those. But then it's just a little bit deeper and richer, as you would expect a Parfum to be. And I love the color of that bottle. That's beautiful to me. That's a beautiful, beautiful color. But anyway, from the House of Polo, it is Polo Red, the Parfum. But again, that's a good one. Think. I'm trying to figure out which Polo Red to tell you it most smells like. Think Polo Red, the original Polo Red, and Polo Red Cologne, maybe. That brightness that's in those two. But just take that same fruit, that same brightness that's up top, what is it, cranberry, and then tone it down a little bit, but then smooth it out with a little bit of, what is that? Richness. We just say richness. Just it's just smooth out and tone down just a little bit. Not in your face, just tone down. All right, guys, I've got 2 more. From the House of Paco Rabanne. It is Victory. It is Invictus Victory. The Elixir. I have yet to, did I wear this? No, I have not worn this. I'm just spraying fragrance on top of fragrance, but I don't care. I wore Parfum. I have not wore. But I haven't worn my Armani Code Parfum yet either. That's nice, man. I really like the Invictus line. It may sound cliche, but it is definitely one of my favorite lines. The Invictus line, the YSL-Y line, the 1 million line, they're some of my favorites. I mean, I'm just being honest, because all of them, the Born in Roma line, none of them smell bad. Like, you're not going to pick up one of them that smell bad. Is it a little redundant? Possibly. But here's my thoughts on it. They're going to discontinue these fragrances. They're not going to make them very long. They're not going to make Victory very long. They're not going to make Elixir very long. And when they do stop it, I'll have a huge bottle to offer somebody for a presentation for sale. Now, that's not a game plan, but that's just what I feel like is going to happen from the pattern that I've seen with fragrances. They release them, and then once they stop selling them, they discontinue. Once they stop selling, they discontinue. And this right here is smooth. It's a little bit odd because it's buttery. It's a little bit buttery. It's like a mix between buttery and like somebody's baking something. But it's good, but it's definitely buttery. It almost smells like buttered popcorn in a weird sort of way. which is weird, but it works. Especially on a big old fat brown boy like me. They gonna think, look, they gonna think I am. They're gonna be like, he been over there eating popcorn. Because I do love popcorn. Maybe that's why I like the fragrance. But I could definitely see an older gentleman wearing this. Even though it smells buttery, I could still see an older gentleman like myself reaching in his collection, pulling this out. Why? Because it's different from the original Invictus. Now, let me elaborate. I think this will have to be worn by somebody that's really into A, Paco Rabanne, B, really into Invictus fragrances. I don't see this, and this is why I feel like it's going to be discontinued relatively soon. I don't see the average cologne connoisseur coming across this scent and going, man, I got to have that. I don't see that. It will be us fanboys, us YouTubers, us people that watch reviews. It'll be us. It'll be frag heads, so to speak. It won't. This is not going to grab the nose of your average cologne guy, and that's why I think somebody in our age group would wear it, because somebody that understands, hey, that's Invictus. Not only is that Invictus, that's Victory, and that's not only Victory, that's the elixir. So that's why I feel like, and the butteriness kind of smooths out and calms down a little bit, but I like it. I think it's a good fragrance. So from the house of Invictus, did it again, from the house of Paco Rabanne, from the line of Invictus, it is Victory Elixir. All right, guys, your boy's tired. Your boy is tired. So the last one on this list, it's a flanker as well, from the house of Prada. I may have paid a little too much for this one, but I don't care. I was in the mood. I smelled it. I liked it. I wanted it. I told them girls, just put it in the bag. From the house of Prada, it is Prada Ocean Le Parfum. And this is completely different from the rest of the Le Parfum line. From the Ocean line, I'm sorry. I like it. I liked it from the moment that I smelled it. And I hate it that I liked it because I didn't like the price tag. I paid $180 for this. But again, it was one of those situations where I paid so much for every $100 I got a tester. So I walked out of there with 5 or 6 testers. And Jimmy Choo at the time. I think I got every Jimmy Choo fragrance that they made that they had available. Jimmy Choo Man, Jimmy Choo Man Intense, Jimmy Choo Man Blue, Jimmy Choo Man Ice, and Jimmy Choo Aqua. I walked out there with 5 different testers of Jimmy Choo. So what more can you ask? I mean, whatever. It's very clean. It's very clean. I see this as, again, a guy in his, 40s, 30s, 40s, or 50s. A guy that's not going to wear 15 or 16 different scents. Nope. He's going to pick 1 or 2, and he's going to wear that 1 or 2, maybe 10, until that bottle is empty, and then he's moving on to something else. That's what I see here. Again, probably going to be a fan of Prada Ocean. And then when this comes out, he's going to be like, yeah, because it's a very subtle scent. It does remind me of something that Parfums de Marly would make, but nonetheless, I think this is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Again, it just smells warm, clean, inviting, very easy to wear. It's one of those fragrances that it's not the reinvention of the wheel, but it's so simplistic that people are going to tell you that you smell nice and that you smell good. Yep, that's what I think. That is what I think. All right, guys, I'm fixing to shut it down because your boy is so tired. I've been running for the last 2 days and still got some more running to do, but it's fine. That's it, guys. And again, if you want decants of any of these fragrances, I will be glad to get you decants. However, I'm fixing to go on vacation, so I'm going to be gone for about 9 or 10 days. So It'll be when I get back, but I'll leave the email in the description, and you can gladly, you can hit me up, and I'll be glad to correspond with you and tell you what I got and how we can do it. And, you know, that's that. And as soon as I get back to Alabama and get situated, I will package you up and ship you out. I think all of these are really good fragrances. And I like them all. As a man in his 40s, as I look at these, I'm like, yeah, that's tough. That's tough right there. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Listen, again, I love you all, and may God bless you all. Thank you all so much for being the best part of this channel. And let's keep this ball rolling, man. Let's keep this energy and this momentum going. But anyway, I love you all, and may God bless you all. Until next time, guys, peace.